Employee compensation, I went through this graph before, and there's several ways to look at what's being proposed in this budget. We have 14 employees. 2 of those are getting merit increases. In my opinion, those merit increases they earn a merit increase. That leaves us 12 employees who are getting raises. Depends on what happened to them last year, the size of the raise, but even if we do what's being proposed here, approximately $40,000, the cost for our salaries in 2013 is going to be roughly equivalent to what we were in actual dollars putting out in 2007. Gary, could we go to the next slide?
In total dollars?
Yeah.
With a larger staff?
Yes. The other one is to look at what happens to our employees if we look at cost of living increases. And fundamentally, this chart takes an actual first check in January for one of our employees, gross amount, and says, well, here's what actually happens. The bottom in red is adjusted for the CPI, and the top is what we would actually be doing for that employee. And in all honesty, the employee would be getting a few dollars less than if we had just used a base CPI index. One of the questions that I've heard is, okay, 2 people get merit increases, so you can justify that because they're performing. What about the other people where they are performing? Should they get a cost of living increase? If I had to do an employee evaluation for the other 12 people, 2 of them are under the judge's control. In the court, he does but my impression is they're doing at least meets the objectives or doing better than objectives. That leaves 10 people, and I'm aware of probably 4 of those who are meeting objectives, and I think 6 of those people are exceeding objectives. So a lot of times when companies do this kind of increase that I'm proposing here to keep up with the cost of living, you say, well, if you're not meeting the objective, you don't get that. All our employees should keep up with the CPI costs because all of them are at least meeting the objective and most of them are exceeding objectives. So I think the proposal that was on the prior page is a fair amount for our employees. 6% for the 4 employees who didn't get anything last year, and 3% for the people who got 3% last year. 2 of those people will get a larger increase because of merit increase. So I'm asking the council to agree to this salary structure for next year.